Have you ever felt like your business is hitting an invisible wall? I mean, you're the go-to expert in your town, you're absolutely crushing it, but you just can't seem to break into the market one town over? Well, today, we're going to dive into a digital strategy that's designed to smash right through those barriers.
So this is the big question, right? If you're a roofer, a plumber, any kind of local pro, how do you convince someone 20 miles down the road that you're their best choice, especially when you don't have a physical address there? The answer isn't about spending a fortune on a new building. It's about being smarter with your digital real estate.
Let's put a name to this problem. We call it the geographic ceiling. It's that super frustrating point where your growth just stalls, not because people don't need you, but simply because of where you are on a map. To really get this, let's look at it through the eyes of a tradesman in the Texas Panhandle.
Okay, picture this. Your business is thriving. You've hit what we call foundational stabilization. Basically, this means in your home base, let's say it's Amarillo or maybe Pampa, the phone is ringing off the hook. The schedule's full. You've got a fantastic reputation. For all intents and purposes, you own that town.
And yet, there are all these profitable jobs just down the road. You drive through places like Canyon, Borger, and Groom all the time. You know people there need what you do, but your online presence seems to just stop right at the city limits. It's like your amazing, successful business is sitting right next to this gold mine, but you can't get to it. That's the geographic ceiling, right there.
So, how do we get the key to unlock these neighboring markets? Well, the answer is a really strategic, digital-first approach. Think of it as the master key to your regional expansion, but without all the overhead of a new physical shop.
All right, meet your Geo-Service page. This is your digital key. Now, it's not a whole new website, and it's definitely not a new office. It's a single, laser-focused page on your existing website, built for one simple purpose: to show up when someone searches for one of your specific, high-value services in one of those new towns.
This table really breaks it down perfectly. Look at Phase 1. That's what you've probably already done. You dominated your home city using your main website and your Google business profile. But for Phase 2, the expansion part, the strategy shifts. Your most important asset is no longer just your main site. It's these new, dedicated Geo-Service Pages. It's a massive shift in how you need to think. Okay, now before you rush off and start building a dozen of these things, there is one golden rule you absolutely cannot break. Seriously, this is the secret sauce that makes the entire strategy work. We call it the uniqueness factor.
And here's why this is so important. Search engines like Google, they hate duplicate content. If you just copy and paste your main service page and swap out Amarillo for Canyon, you're not just going to fail, you could actually get penalized. And that can hurt the rankings for your entire website. You just can't cut corners here. This slide just nails the difference. On the left, you've got the lazy way, generic, reuse stuff that gets punished. But on the right, you have the high-value approach, unique, genuinely local content that actually speaks to customers in the new town. That is what gets rewarded with great visibility and, you guessed it, new jobs.
Okay, so we get it. We have to be unique. But how? How do you actually do that? Let's break down the practical steps for crafting a page that search engines, and way more importantly, new customers are absolutely gonna love. It really boils down to a pretty methodical two-step process. You see it here. Step 1 is all about creating that genuinely local content. That's the what you're going to say. And then step 2 is about mapping that amazing content to the exact phrases people are searching for. That's the how you're going to get found. Let's dig into what each of those really means. So step 1 is all about becoming a kind of digital local expert. We're not just talking about mentioning the town's name a few times. No, this is about referencing specific landmarks, like maybe West Texas A&M University if you're targeting Canyon. It's about knowing if they have weird building codes or talking about specific neighborhoods. You're trying to prove you understand this new community, not just that you want their money. And step 2 is where you connect that local knowledge to high-intent keywords. This table is a perfect example. You're not just targeting plumber in Canyon. No way. You're going after a super specific high-value problem like slab leak detection Canyon TX. You're combining a service that makes you good money with the specific location you want to win. That kind of precision is what gets you found by the right customer at the exact right time. So you've done all this hard work, you've built these fantastic, unique, hyper-local pages. Awesome. But how do you know if they're actually working? Let's talk about the only 2 metrics that really, truly matter to you as a business owner. And let's be really clear on this. An increase in website visitors is what we call a vanity metric.
Yeah, it feels good, but it doesn't pay the bills. The only real measure of success for this strategy is whether it's putting real profitable jobs from those new towns on your schedule. Period. The first key metric, as you see here, is simple, but you got to be disciplined about it. New lead and call volume coming exclusively from your target town. You have to track this. You could use unique phone numbers or special contact forms on each page, but you need to know with 100% certainty that a new lead from Canyon came from your Canyon page. No guesswork.
The second metric is the one that makes sure this growth is actually worth it. It's your cost per qualified lead, or CPL. You're basically asking, how much did I have to spend in time and money to get one good customer in that new town? Not just any lead, a qualified one. This is the number that tells you if the strategy isn't just working, but is profitably growing your business. So as we wrap up, the final question really isn't about the Texas Panhandle anymore. It's about your business. What are those invisible walls, those geographic ceilings that are holding you back right now? And now that you know the strategy, what is the digital key you're going to craft to finally unlock that next stage of growth?